Hey everyone, Durrani here from VG247 and I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring. I'm about 30 hours into my playthrough with so much more to do, a lot more bosses to fight and areas to explore. But during my playthrough, there's a few things I've discovered that definitely helped me get to where I'm at now and made my experience that bit smoother that I wish I knew sooner, and I want to share those things with you. So firstly, if you've been following the golden arrows directing you where to go, you will have ended up at Stormveil Castle to fight Margit the Fell. This is one of the hardest first bosses in any game, let alone the Soulsborne genre, and that is by design. His difficulty is a subtle way of saying, hey, maybe you should go somewhere else, go and explore and get a bit stronger, which you absolutely should go and do. So let's get started and I'll show you the essential things to get you off to a great start and prepare you for what's to come in Elden Ring. So the first place I recommend heading towards to explore is right at the bottom of the map, the Weeping Peninsula. Doing a full sweep of this area, you'll find a lot of useful items. Loot and the enemies here are very manageable to get you into the swing of things since it has a bit of everything. It is the intended starting area and there's nothing here that should give you too much trouble. To quickly summarize everything that's over here, because it looks like a tiny section of the map, but it is packed with stuff to do. So first you have Morn Castle, that's probably the first thing you're going to see. This is a great starting dungeon for you to clear. There's also a side quest for you to pick up right as you cross the Bridge of Sacrifice. Look to your left and you'll see a girl sitting down. The Morn Tunnel is a manageable mine for you to get Smithing Stone Shards 1, which you'll need to upgrade your weapon to level 3. There are also 3 catacombs here for some nice Ashes of War and weapons, and it's good boss fight practice. There's 3 ruins to explore. Of course, all ruins have the stairs below for more loot. An Evergold bus that will give you a nice talisman that boosts your stats a little, but also you'll take a little bit more damage. So if you're feeling confident, this is the talisman for you. A minor Erd tree which has a boss at the bottom of it that will give you 2 crystal tears for your Physick Flask, which I'll speak about more in just a moment because you're definitely going to want that. There's 3 sacred tears that will increase the effectiveness of your HP and FP flasks. There's also a merchant here on the left side where the beach is. I suggest you grab the lantern here and add it to your quick pouch so you can see it in the darker areas of the game. There's also the Tower of Return that will give you a great talisman that slowly, passively heals you. One of the best starting talismans in the game. So there's quite a bit to explore here and you'll be here for a while, but you will come out stronger because of it. Next is the Physick Flask. The Physick Flask is essential and I wish I knew about it sooner. I was about 15 hours in before I even knew it existed. So you'll get crystal tears from bosses that go into this flask and give you different buffs like a boost to stamina or strength. There's even a cool one that gives you a little bubble shield to tank a hit. I'll show you where to go and get it. Just follow the map on the screen. And there's even another sacred tear here for another boost to your HP and flask's potency. This item is a must. Definitely one of the first things you do, get the Physick Flask. The Lance Talisman. You're going to be doing a lot of fighting on horseback in Elden Ring. Torrent does take a little bit of getting used to, but he is a must for a lot of the boss fights in the open world. The Lance Talisman enhances your attacks on horseback. It's pretty self-explanatory. When you're fighting something on horseback, slap this on for more damage. I'm not sure how much of a boost it gives you, but I feel stronger when I have it on. Maybe it's just a placebo, but you find it just above the broken Stormveil Bridge. Follow the map on screen. Next is another talisman you get from the death-touched catacombs called Assassin's Crimson Dagger, which is one of the best early talismans in the game by far. It heals you for every critical attack you do, so backstabs and when the enemies and bosses go into their downed stun state. And it's quite easy to put enemies into the down stun state with guard counters, and it will make you want to guard counter even more, because even though you might take some chip damage while guarding, you'll get it right back and more with the critical heal. Very useful when taking on some of the longer dungeons and catacombs, and I rarely take it off. Lastly is the Limgrave Tunnels. Limgrave Tunnels is a must for finding even more Smithing Stone Shards to upgrade your weapons. Getting your weapons to 3+ and beyond is a priority. It's more damage, and you don't want to be tickling bosses and making fights last 10 minutes when they could have lasted 3. The combination of the Morn Tunnel and Limgrave Tunnel should net you more than 20 Smithstone Shards, so get upgrading. So that's 5 things that help me prepare to take on the rest of the game. A great starting area, 3 wicked talismans, the Physick Flask for buffs and Smithstone Shards to upgrade your weapons. Of course, leave a comment on anything that you think is essential to do in your first few hours of Elden Ring to help someone else. My name is Durrani from VG247. Peace out everyone.